Representatives, please give a warm welcome to our representative here in the East Side, Fred Costello, member of the House of Representatives. Thank you.
Thank you. It's my great pleasure and my great honor to be here with you today for the Jewish Heritage Festival. Let's always remember that there is no doubt your heritage is my heritage. We are one big family. You are my cousins because we are all children of the same God. Together we form the family of God. From childhood, I've been taught that the Jews were God's chosen people. Among other things, it means that you have been held to a high standard. In Luke 12:48, we find, "From those who are given much, much is required." This is true for individuals and nations. Israel's responsibilities have included keeping and preserving the law, Hosea 22:5, being a kingdom of priests and a holy nation, Exodus 19:6, and bringing renown and praise and honor to the Lord, Jeremiah 13:11. Your high calling is straight from God, who chose you out of all the people of the earth. It's important to recognize what a blessing Jews have been to our world. No culture has proportionally brought forth more innovations, enhanced technology, or medical advances than you have. And let's not forget that the righteousness and justice that are the foundation of the American judicial system were given to us by God in the Torah through a Jew named Moses. I think he's over there somewhere. As we celebrate Jewish heritage and culture, it's interesting to note that the first recorded Jewish settlement in North America was in New Amsterdam in the southern region of Manhattan Island in 1654, long before we were a nation. From that time forward, there's a rich history of Jewish influence that's interwoven in our nation's history. And right here in River City, my wife, granddaughter, and I have been fortunate to join with many of you and our Christian friends in many of the Pray for the Peace of Israel events. We even joined together as Christians and Jews in multiple trips to Israel. My family and I would not have gone without you. Again, your heritage is our heritage. Our common heritage includes an enduring quest for peace. Both the USA and the state of Israel share a love for freedom and liberty. General Moshe Dayan said, "Freedom is the oxygen of the soul." We can all be proud that the state of Israel stands for stability and democracy among a sea of violence and instability in the Middle East. All nations and individuals, Jews and Gentiles, we must continue to stand together. The reality is that Israel's fight is America's fight, and Israel's enemies are America's enemies. Simply put, those who hate Israel also hate the U.S., and those who hate Jews also hate Christians. I find it very interesting that while Israel has seemed to move to the right under Prime Minister Netanyahu, and America has moved to the left under President Obama, support for the state of Israel has essentially become stronger than ever among conservatives and Christians who are even more likely to support the state of Israel than they did years ago. I suspect you've observed the same thing. We find in Psalm 122, "Pray for the peace of Jerusalem, that they that love thee shall prosper. Peace be within thy walls and prosperity within thy palaces. For my brethren and companions' sake, I will say now, peace be within thee. For the sake of the house of the Lord our God, I will seek thy good." As a Christian, I know that we are all called to support the state of Israel and that our shared heritage forms our foundation of faith as we worship the same God. As Christians and Jews, we both await the coming Messiah who will place his feet on Mount Zion and establish his kingdom. Therefore, I will always stand personally and politically with the state of Israel, and I will always fight to see Jerusalem kept whole, never divided, and acknowledge that it has always been and always will be the capital of Israel. Thanks for giving me the privilege of sharing my thoughts with you about our shared Jewish heritage, and I want you to know that the State House of Representatives and the state legislature passed a resolution in support of Israel this year in Tallahassee. We support you. You are our heritage. Shalom and Godspeed.